When it gets freezing cold, it's tempting to crank up the heat, but there's nothing worse than getting a huge heating bill at the end of winter. How much do you need to spend to get a good heater that's safe and that works? And how do you keep some of those heating costs down? Welcome to Choosing Better. I'm here with Choice home heating expert Chris Barnes, and we're here to talk about the most efficient way to heat your homes and how you can keep those heating costs down. So Chris, before you even think about turning on your heater, it's a good idea to think about insulation, isn't it? Because 25 to 35% of a home's heat can get lost through the roof.
Yep, yeah, that's absolutely right, Prue. So before you think about what heater am I going to buy, first look at your house. So you've got to make the house thermally efficient. And that means ceiling insulation to stop that heat getting out, as you said. Window coverings and maybe even floor insulation and wall insulation should all be on your list of things to have a think about. Insulation can cost a bit to have installed. You might be able to DIY it if your ceiling's reasonably accessible, but you want to look into that quite carefully. But you just do that bit of homework first and find out what's the right option for your house.
Great, so once people have done all those great tips and they still want to heat their homes, they might be looking at whether they should turn on a heater or use their air conditioning. What would you say is the best way?
Look, when it comes to efficiently heating a really large space, there's no doubt the reverse cycle air conditioner is the way to go. They are, because of the way that they're designed, they extract a lot of heat energy out of the air, yes, even in winter. And that means for the electricity they're using, they're actually delivering a multiple of that in energy, in heating energy, and of course in cooling energy in summer. So the reverse cycle air conditioner is definitely the way to look at, but they do of course cost a bit to buy and cost a bit more to install. And if you're renting, that might not be an option. So if you can't use a reverse cycle air conditioner, then a portable electric heater might be a good option, especially if you're not going to use it that much. A few hours here and there, maybe you need to move it from room to room. Obviously that's the big advantage of the portable electric heater, but you really don't want to be running one for hours every day all through winter, because that really is going to hurt when the electricity bill comes in. Of course, both of those are electric options, and if you've got solar panels on the roof, that's going to make your electricity really cheap, and it's going to make either the reverse cycle air conditioner or even the portable electric heater a lot cheaper to run. When you're looking at non-electric options, obviously the gas heater is one thing that a lot of people use, and gas heaters are very effective heaters. They do deliver a lot of heat, but of course gas is a fossil fuel, so that's going to be increasingly a problem for a lot of people. I think gas prices are probably going to go up over time, and there are some potential health risks with gas heaters. They can release toxic gases like carbon monoxide into your indoor air. They are designed very carefully not to do that, but you've got to keep them well maintained to make sure that they stay safe. And it's always a good idea to have a carbon monoxide alarm in your home if you do have a gas heater. Another option might be the old school wood-fired stove. If you've got a cheap supply of wood, that might be an option that you would look at. But of course they put out a lot of particulate pollution, so they're not a great option for urban environments, and probably actually not going to be allowed in a lot of urban environments. And again, if you don't maintain them properly, that pollution could be getting into your indoor breathing air as well. So they're all things to think about.
Right, and we test a range of heating options at Choice, including reverse cycle air conditioners and portable electric heaters. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you test portable electric heaters and the kinds of things that you're looking for?
Yeah, so when we're putting portable electric heaters through their paces in the labs, there's a few things we look at. Obviously, the first is how good are they at actually heating. So we have a test room, which is about the size of a small bedroom. And we get it down to an ambient temperature of 8 degrees, and we put the heater in the middle, turn it on full blast, and basically see what it does. There's an array of sensors through the room to measure what it's doing. And we try to see how fast it gets to a level of 5-degree temperature increase, and then again to a 10-degree temperature increase. Some of them, unfortunately, are so bad they don't even get to raise the room by that 10-degree difference. Others manage to do it really fast. So that tells us how effectively it's putting out heat and spreading it through the room, which is really important. We're measuring their electricity consumption, obviously, so we can see how efficient they are at actually doing that. And we look at a number of safety aspects as well, because there are a few safety risks around portable electric heaters. They should have a tilt switch so that if they get knocked over, they automatically turn off. And they should have a thermal cutout, which means that if the heater senses it's getting too hot for some reason, like for example, someone's thrown a piece of clothing over it to dry it out, which you should never do, the heater should have a thermal cutout that senses, well, I'm getting too hot, I'll turn myself off. And most of them have that, and most of that works really well, but we do find the occasional one where that doesn't actually work when we do our actual towel drape test.
And do you find there's a lot of difference in how much they cost to run?
Yeah, running costs do vary a bit. Generally, any heater, portable electric heater that's doing really well, they cost about the same to run. It's more about how effectively they're spreading that heat around the room for the electricity they put in. So we find that the best of them, the running costs over winter for several hours a day across winter would be about $300, a little bit more, a little bit less. We do find some that will cost you a lot more to run than that, and we actually find some that will cost a lot less, but when you look into it, often the ones that are costing less to run are also not actually delivering much heat. So efficiency is all about what do you do with the electricity that you use. So if it's not using much electricity and it's putting out a lot of heat, that's good efficiency. If it's using not much electricity but it's doing hardly anything with it, that's bad efficiency. So it's not just about how much electricity they use, it's what do they do with it, how much heat do they put out.
So we've tested heaters that cost around $50 or $60 up to ones that are several $100s or more. How much do I need to spend to get a good heater that performs well?
Well, yes, we have tested quite a price range, and unfortunately electric heaters are like any other appliance. The price is no guarantee of performance. We've tested some that cost around $80, which we've recommended and found to be really good heaters. And we've tested other ones that cost $400 or more, which we found to really just not deliver on their price point. And the reverse can be true as well. So you can spend a lot and get a good heater, and spend very little and get a bad heater. So the price isn't going to be a really good clue as to how good the heater's going to be. You're best off just having a look at our review.
Thanks, Chris. Chris and our experts at Choice have tested hundreds of heaters to help you find the best one for you. If you found this video useful, click to subscribe and head to choice.com.au to become a member and view thousands more expert product reviews.